Welcome to the Application Lab. Today we are reviewing California property ownership. In this explainer, we will break down exactly what it means to own property in this state. We'll look at the different ways you can hold title and go over the key details you'll need to remember for your exam.
We'll be breaking this down into 5 clear sections today: property basics, real versus personal property, real estate characteristics, forms of ownership, and a final recap with exam tips. Section 1, property basics.
When you buy real estate, you're getting a lot more than just the dirt and a building. You acquire what's known as the real property bundle of rights. Think of it like a specific collection of legal privileges that automatically come attached to the land. These rights dictate exactly how you can use, control, and eventually transfer your property. Understanding this bundle is the foundation of every single real estate transaction.
Section 2, real versus personal property. Now, the golden rule here all comes down to attachment. Real property includes the land and everything permanently attached to it. Personal property, on the other hand, is mobile. If you can pick an item up and walk away without altering the structure of the property, well, it's personal. But if it's permanently fixed to the ground or the building, it stays as real property. Knowing this difference is crucial because it prevents legal disputes over what is included when a property is sold. Let's look at a practical example: a hot tub. A built-in hot tub set into a customized concrete deck is permanently attached. That makes it real property, meaning it stays with the house when the house is sold. However, a freestanding hot tub that's simply sitting on the patio and plugged into an outlet, that's personal property. The seller can pack it up and take it with them. So, when in doubt, just focus on the method of attachment.
Section 3, characteristics of real estate.
Every piece of real estate is defined by 2 distinct categories of traits: economic and physical. We separate the value factors from the physical realities. Economic characteristics drive the monetary value of the land. These include scarcity, improvements made over time, the permanence of the investment, and situs. Situs simply refers to the economic impact of the property's specific location. For instance, a house near good schools has a completely different economic value than the exact same structure in a remote area, all because of situs. Physical characteristics, conversely, define the unchangeable reality of the land itself. The land cannot be moved, it cannot be destroyed, and no 2 parcels are exactly alike. For your exam, you'll want to focus heavily on those physical traits. Here's a handy memory aid. Remember IIU: immobility, indestructibility, and uniqueness. Land stays right where it is, it lasts forever, and every single piece is distinctly unique. Lock in IIU and you'll quickly identify physical characteristics on test day. Section 4, forms of co-ownership. Once we understand the property itself, we need to look at who holds the title. Common forms of co-ownership include tenancy in common, joint tenancy, and community property. You'll also see tenancy by the entirety listed here, marked in red. Treat this as a warning, because test writers love to use this as a trap. While it is used in some states for married couples, tenancy by the entirety is not recognized in California. So if a question asks about California ownership forms, just eliminate that option immediately. Instead, California relies on community property. This is the default ownership system for married couples and registered domestic partners in the state. Unless there's an explicit written agreement stating otherwise, any real or personal property purchased during the marriage is owned equally, 50-50 by both parties. This legal principle ensures that the assets built together are shared evenly under the law. Section 5, survivorship and exam tips. Now we need to address what happens to the property when a co-owner passes away, which legally dictates how the title transfers. This brings us to a vital exam tip: how joint tenancy and tenancy in common handle death. Joint tenancy includes the right of survivorship. This means if one owner dies, their share automatically absorbs right into the surviving owner's shares. It bypasses a will entirely. Tenancy in common, however, relies on standard inheritance rights. That means an owner can leave their fractional share to anyone they choose in their will. Section 6, quick recap. Let's consolidate the key legal concepts we've gone over today. Keep this checklist handy before your exam. First, attachment is what determines if property is real or personal. Second, remember IIU for physical traits, immobility, indestructibility, and uniqueness. Third, community property is California's default for married couples, and the state does not use tenancy by the entirety. And finally, joint tenancy provides automatic survivorship, while tenancy in common allows for standard inheritance. Let's leave off with a practical question for you. If you bought property with a partner today, which ownership form would best protect your future?
Understanding these structures ensures you make the right legal and financial choices down the road. Follow the Application Lab for real estate concepts made simple.